Hey, so my upline actually, after flying for a year or so, or a couple of years even, maybe, she eventually ranked down, and I want to talk about it and the reasons why in this video. So stick around, and if we haven't met, my name is Edita, I'm from VIE now, and I'm dedicated to educate network marketers how to turn from desperate prospectors to happy, proud, and confident marketers, and build your team without doing crazy things like chasing people, strangers, cold messaging, asking people to look at your stuff, trying to convince, living with hidden agenda, facing a lot of rejection. I used to do prospecting. It didn't work for me, it didn't feel right until I found something different, and I'm sharing those strategies now with other network marketers like you. And if you would like to learn how to recruit new team members without prospecting, without having to chase anyone, without feeling awkward, grab my 3-step formula at viesnow.com/3 steps. And back to today's topic, funny topic, talking about my own upline, who actually, she is very good at prospecting, and I was kind of jealous that, you know, what she was doing. I was proud of her. She was great. I was looking at how she was working, and I was trying the same thing. So she was flying, I wasn't flying. It suited her. She's comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with that, and I didn't know why. It was like confusing, you know, how come one person can do it and another person can't. And I've talked about that many times, that not everyone is comfortable with prospecting, and I've talked about the reasons why. But I want to talk about the different aspect of this now. So like I said, my upline, she was flying, she's very good at prospecting, and yet eventually she still ranked down. And the reasons why, I asked her, you know, what happened, and she told me that she ran out of people to talk to, and a combination of things really. On one hand, she ran out of people to talk to. On the other hand, people who did join her, many of them weren't doing anything. So what does that tell you? Well, it tells me that this is yet another proof, or another piece of evidence that prospecting is not a long-term strategy, because it depends on so many circumstances, so many other things. So one of those things is your personal quality. Prospecting might not suit you at all. You might not be comfortable with prospecting. You know, you might feel intimidated approaching people, strangers, asking people to look at your stuff for no reason. They don't know you. Why would they look at your stuff and stuff like that? So a lot of people, including myself, are uncomfortable with that. But the other reason is that prospecting is not a long-term strategy. And why is that? Because it's a tactics. It's tactics because it depends on so many other different circumstances and situations. So my upline ran out of people to talk to. What wasn't she doing? Why did she run out of people to talk to? It's because she wasn't building her warm market. She made the list. She went through all the people that she ever knew, and maybe friends of her friends, and so on. And still, there is a limited, if you do it that way, there is a limited number of people. So the big lesson from this is, to me personally, and that's what I was telling her. It's funny, right? So I'm teaching my own upline, but that's the case, because she's very traditional. Like she before the lockdown, she used to only use the traditional prospecting techniques. So I was So the point is that she wasn't expanding her warm market, and that's so there is no way this is gonna work long term if you are not working consistently every single day on expanding your warm market, basically connecting with more people and turning them into your warm market. Because like I said at some point, that marketing is really turning strangers into friends and friends into customers. That's how it works. We trust who we know, and if we don't, we won't, and that's why a lot of people are suspicious. If you ask them to look at your stuff, they are just suspicious. Who are you and why should I look at your stuff? And like 10 people have already asked me the same thing today, and this is happening all the time. So prospecting really doesn't fall into those things that are long-term, that work long-term. You absolutely need to. I'm gonna list my 3 kind of favorite things, and obviously there are so many details around those 3 things, but what you need to focus on is number 1 is marketing, developing skills, developing the marketing skill set. And that's, identifying your ideal prospect, finding your ideal prospects, and growing your audience all the time. Because if you don't, you're gonna run out of people. You're gonna start to have to approach strangers. You're gonna face a lot of rejection and so on. The second thing is you gotta learn strategies, proper strategies that work regardless of anything, whether you are doing it offline, whether you're doing it online. I'm not promoting offline prospecting. The reason why is because online building is not prospecting. Building is way more efficient. We can reach way more people way faster. That's why it's much better. Besides attraction marketing, the strategies where you attract people by building your brand, by putting yourself out there, by providing value, helping people beforehand. You might have heard that paid forward. So that's the foundation of attraction marketing. Paid forward help. People will start to know you more. The more people will know you, because like I said earlier, it's not about how many people you know. That's a very important thing, by the way. It's not about how many people you know, it's about how many people know you. So when you build your audience, when you build your brand around the problem that you are solving, you become known by more and more and more and more people every day. And when you reach that critical mass, critical number of people who know you, that's when the ball starts rolling and you can't even stop it, So that was number 2. And the third thing is the mindset. If you want to achieve big, you need to develop certain mindset. It's not the same thing when you want to just, make enough to pay the bills, versus when you want to make $1 million, for example. So I do encourage you to start thinking about the million, even about $1 million, even if you want, a few thousand a month or 6 figures or something like that. You need to start thinking big and prepare your mind towards that. A lot of successful people, they have very similar mindset, very similar things they have in their head, and there is a reason why. Because you do need to develop certain qualities and certain thinking, including, say, understanding the reason why you should invest in coaching. Because these things, if you want big results, if you research famous people, successful people, you'll find that there is no successful person who achieved it all without a mentor. So you need a mentor who's gonna guide you through various obstacles you might face, who's gonna teach you those strategies, who's gonna spot your blind spots, see your blind spots that you can't see. Very, very important. So the right skills, marketing skills, strategies, and the right mindset, definitely need these three. It's a bit more, but definitely focus on these three to start with. So I hope that made sense and you got value out of this video. Please let me know, and by the way, let me know if you are watching and where you're from. I'm here in Lithuania, still my home country, due to fly back to Ireland in a few days now, so enjoying the final days of sunshine, still good weather, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying your weekend. By the way, if you do want to grab my 3-step formula how to recruit new team members without prospecting, chasing and feeling awkward, it's at viesnow.com/3 steps. And thanks again, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.